We've made it to Rome.
We are in Rome.
We made it. I can't believe this is such a milestone.
I know. We've sailed our own boat to Rome. Never thought that day would come, but it's super exciting.
I know, it's incredible.
Crazy. So we only have a day. We are only doing free stuff apart from eating because, you know, when in Rome.
When in Rome. That's so funny.
We had to say it.
So let's go and explore this city in one day.
We could easily go and join on one of these tours.
So easily.
Should we just go stand behind a group?
Do it. This looks like the healthiest breakfast I'm ever going to eat.
Rome is awesome. I think even though there's like so much construction work, so much litter everywhere, big piles of rubbish and all sorts, on the flip side of that, it's absolutely stunning.
Yeah.
Like, it feels like the kind of place where you could literally not do anything, just walk around all day and just constantly see really amazing stuff. Like, I feel like we could get lost here and just
Easily.
And just spend hours wandering around.
It is, like you say though, very polarising, like, because you have got the construction and like the rubbish, but then amazing beauty and history. It's really polarising.
Yeah, it's quite a contrast, but it's kind of what I expected, but equally I think even more beautiful and cool than I thought.
Yeah, the grandeur of it is definitely more than I was expecting. Like, there's a building just there, and you can see like it's got a beautiful balcony with like really cool architecture underneath it, and that's just like a random building.
We're going to try and obviously make this as interesting as we can, but we are absolutely not history buffs at all. No. And we know nothing about anything. So we're kind of just like walking around, and when we get somewhere just googling it because we have no idea what anything is.
We're learning as much as you guys are.
Yeah, so I'm sure you'll find much more educational tours of Rome on YouTube, but this is just our first time seeing Rome, my first time in mainland Italy. You used to live in Italy, didn't you?
I did. I lived in the north, only for a short amount of time, and I'm trying to think where it was. Filizzano, and it was not far from Asti, I don't believe. But yeah, I was like 16, 17 years old, so but my parents moved there and I moved with my parents, and then it was about a year on I moved back to the UK. But it was a really, really cool experience, and I've kind of missed Italy since I've left. I didn't know what I was missing at the time because I was young and naive and didn't know what I was doing, but now I'm back and it feels awesome.
Sorry, but that booth has got to be to something, right?
That's got to be a secret tunnel.
Yeah, that's like either some James Bond stuff or some Doctor Who or something.
Doctor Who, The Kingsman, any spy film. It feels like that around here.
So many officials everywhere, haven't there?
Yeah.
We've seen like military, army, like ceremonial looking outfits.
Yeah. So
much going on here. This looks epic.
What?
Okay, ignore the hordes of people, but how amazing does this look?
This is insane.
I've never seen you actually wanting to go up steps before.
I know, but when it's something special, then I'm happy enough to go upstairs.
We just got harassed for like 30 minutes.
I know.
To buy one of these. He was very forceful.
He was very forceful. Do you know what? In some ways, he was an amazing salesman.
Yeah.
He basically was like, this is for you. And then he was like, no, you're in Rome, kiss, kiss. And then he was like, no, pay me.
And we kept saying, no, 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 no. And he was like, come on, come on, come on. We were like, for God's sake. So we gave him about 50 cents, which was all the change.
Yeah.
But now, I'll give this to you. Beautiful.
So we're going to have a walk to Vatican City. It's only about half an hour walk from here. So yeah, it's a good way to explore the city, pick out a few spots so far, and yeah, walk in there and you get to see what's on the way. It's kind of cool.
We find ourselves starting from scratch, brick by brick. No path carved out for us now. The brush is thick. All I'm asking now, don't give up.
So having a boat to get around places, we feel has got some really cool, unique, like, positives. The first one really is that you've got your home with you. So obviously van lifers will experience this as well. I think having our homes with us is just such a cool way to be able to go and experience other countries as well at the same time. And also I think with a boat, it really can slow you down. I find that it can make you visit places that you wouldn't necessarily always visit. You might just think, if you're driving, you'll be like, oh, we just drive past it, it's no problem. Whereas on a boat, things are that far, like they take long to get there, so you tend to break your journey up a little bit more. And by breaking it up, you are seeing more towns and more coastal areas or coastal places. So it is like, we're really fortunate, and we actually think it's a really cool way to go and explore the world.
I think as well, it's quite interesting for me because whenever we've travelled before, we kind of plan things out a lot, like so that we can see everything. And before we go to a place, like before the boat, we kind of look at everything there is there and plan everything. And because we've only got a short time, like before we've had to go back to work, maybe we've just had 2 weeks off, maybe we've just had a month off. And since we've been on the sailboat, like rightly or wrongly, we just put in so much less like effort in research now. We just kind of go to a place, just have a look around, see what's there, and it feels so much more relaxing than any other type of travel that we've done. And a lot of the time we literally have no idea what our next port is until we get there, because we just kind of say, okay, well, these are all the stops along this coast and we'll just sail for as long as we feel like it, or we'll see how far we can get till the wind changes. So we actually don't know where we're going to go sometimes until we get there. And then you get there and you're like, oh wow, this place is actually really cool. And we had a lot of that already. I think particularly down like Portugal, there's been loads of really cool places that we'd never even heard of. And yeah, like Bryn said, it definitely pushed us to find new places. I guess the one downside for me personally is obviously it's all coastal. And we rarely have time to stay in a place long enough for us to really go and explore inland at the minute. Yeah, it's a different kind of edge to the travel, but it's unique and really interesting, I think. And if you love the ocean, I just can't think of a better way of travelling. I mean, even now, we know we're leaving here tomorrow, and we've had so much fun exploring Rome already, but we know we've got to move on. And tomorrow we're going to be back out on the sea, and we're going to be back on anchor somewhere, like just swimming in an anchorage. Like, that's amazing. And it might be like around Naples, it might be, we don't know where it's going to be yet. And yeah, it's something I never in a million years thought we'd be doing, ever. Like, we've always loved adventure and doing different things, but I think anyone in our family that knows us wouldn't have thought we'd have worked this hard and got a boat and learned to sail. And yeah, I think it's definitely slightly out of character for us in some ways, but also really suits us, if that makes sense. Let's keep walking, baby.
Yeah, let's keep going.
We're actually going for dinner now. We've really been looking forward to trying some authentic Italian food because we eat so much pasta that we need to try authentic. We need to know what it's like.
Cheers.
Cheers. Aperol spritz are so strong here.
My non-alcoholic cocktail, but it's very refreshing.
Also guys, I'm not sure why it's doing this funky line thing, but we can't get it to stop. This weird flashing.
So before people maybe give some explanations, we have changed the shutter speeds, and I think it's just the LEDs are all at different frequencies. So tasty.
We are in the train station on the way back now to Ostia. It's been such a nice day. It's been so nice. We're exhausted, we've done so much walking. We've done like over 20,000 steps. I definitely think a day was not enough. Like, it wasn't, but we've had a lovely day anyway. But yeah, super glad we came, and would definitely recommend a visit here for sure.
So one of my favourite things was the Trevi fountain. Like, that pictures do not do it justice, and it's understandable why it's so busy. Like, I get it, because the wow factor when you see it is there. Rome is really busy, but you see why people are coming here. It's stunning. It's got loads of culture, loads of history. So like, there's always something to be learning about. There's always something to be seen, and you don't see these types of things in any just any city. Like, these are monuments and buildings that are genuinely like centuries old. To be able to get the chance to see them is like, it's actually a really cool feeling.
And actually, a really cool part of exploring Rome that was lovely to watch was everyone else's reaction to things.
Yes, for sure.
I really like that, how like we're just walking around and you can hear people like the most mix of accents I have heard probably in my life. Like, you've got an Australian next to you, an American, more Brits, you've got like Germans, you've got Italians, like there's so many
people from all over the world.
And you can just hear people like, wow, like, oh my god, that's amazing, wow, this is so beautiful, wow, oh my gosh, look at this is so interesting. And it's really nice. Like, everyone is just like wowed by everything there. I don't think, like, we don't feel like it took anything away, it being that busy, like, other than it being really hot and like we're scared of pickpockets, but other than that. Also, this train station is just giving me such like a movie vibe right now. Do you know what I mean?
I'm getting Spirited Away vibes.
Yeah. Is that your Peroni there?
No. Also, if you're wondering why we're in this unusual train station, I may have got us off the train a few stops early.
Yeah.
Easy mistake to make though.
Actually, yeah, transport around Rome as well. It's been really cool, to be fair. There's a bus to go everywhere, a train to go everywhere.
And it's pretty cheap.
Yeah, it's so cheap. In the marina, we actually purchased a ticket. Bought a ticket in the marina office, and that was €1.50 each. And that gets you to Rome, and that's getting a bus and a train, and this ticket is valid for both. So yeah, it was like €1.50 each there and €1.50 each back.
Yeah, and
so it's cost like €6.
You can buy these tickets in like news agents or like any like tourist like information point, or you literally can buy these tickets anywhere.
Yeah.
And I think if you want a bigger ticket to like do returns and stuff, it's only a few euro more.
Yeah, it's really super convenient, and everyone's so friendly here as well.
Yeah.
Aren't they?
Yeah.
Like, the Italians in general, so far, we've felt very welcome. They're very warm, very funny.
Yeah.
Really lovely.
Good sense of humour.
A good sense of humour. So, yeah, hopefully get a bit more exploring Italy in. Thank you all so much for watching. We really hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to tune in next time, as we're getting dangerously close to catching you up to real time. Bye for now.